Coach McGinnis Show, featuring Corey McGinnis and Alan Earl.
Okay, today I'm with Coach Corey McGinnis for another Coach's Football Show today. Coach, pretty rough game last Friday. Let's talk about it. Talk about your opponent. How good were they?
Oh, they're a very good team. Johnson County's well coached. They're very disciplined in what they do. They come out early and had a big kickoff return and got an end zone pretty quick, and we didn't respond very well. And that's on me. I've got to have the kids a little bit better prepared for that. A little bit more adversity there. But we've got to respond better to that, and I've got to do a better job having them ready for it.
Did they do anything particularly well that you didn't really prepare for or anything like that?
No, not really. They executed really well. They're a big team. They're physical. Both sides of the ball, they're very physical, which we saw on film. But they come out and just outplayed us. And then we made a few self-inflicted wounds early in the game. And once we got down a couple scores, it just kind of got out of hand from there.
Okay, even though it was a loss, what good in the game from the Bulldogs did you see?
Well, Aiden was everywhere. Aiden had a really good game, and we put him in a couple different positions defensively, and Owen had a big pick for us, and we did a few things well. The defense was okay, and it's hard to say that given how many points they scored, but a couple of those were off turnovers, and we gave them short fields a lot throughout the night, but the defense was solid for the most part, made some good plays, just weren't able to make enough offensively to kind of give our defense a break.
Okay, you touched on it a little bit. Who played well for you, and what disappointed you?
The playing well, the couple that I mentioned already played well, and the interior of our line played well. We were able to run the ball up the middle pretty well against them. I probably should have stuck with it more than I did. But we were really good up the middle on the lines, both sides. As far as being disappointed, I felt like, they'll say we got punched in the mouth and we didn't punch back enough. I won't say they laid down. They didn't lay down, but they got hit with some adversity and we didn't respond real well to it. And that's something that I've just got to keep working at with them and get them better at, because there's going to be more before the year's over.
Okay, Coach, what do you think the team learned from that experience?
Well, some of them got to learn how to compete every snap. Can't take plays off. Can't dwell on the previous plays. Can't let things that happen in the past dictate what my future is going to be. And I think that's what they're learning. We've got some youth out there, some inexperience, and I think they'll get better at it for sure.
Okay, let's move on to the next game. You play Hancock, correct?
Yes, Hancock County this Friday. Blue Devil Night.
Yes, on Blue Devil Night. Very, very fun for us old Blue Devils. Okay, how are you using the time between the last game and the next game? How are you going to make adjustments to help your team succeed this week?
Well, we got to get back to the basics. Got to correct some of the busts that we had, some of the mental mistakes that we made. Really get back on the field and work on those, show them the film, and show them how close we were on certain plays to really pop in a big play, and this takes one or two mistakes can cost you. So we're working on that this week, getting some more reps, still building the offensive playbook, and just trying to get better at some of the basics that make good teams, the fundamentals, the foundations, things like that. And we've had a good 2 days at it, and I expect another one today.
Okay, is your team practicing well this week?
They are. They've come out well Monday and Tuesday. Like I said, we hit film pretty heavy on Monday, and then got out and hit a little bit. And yesterday was more physical practice. Today we'll start toning it back a little bit, but they responded well, and they see the mistakes, and they're responding well to fix them.
Define it. What's your focus this week at practice?
To compete every snap, no matter what happens previous snap. We just got to come out, snap and clear, get to the next play. I'm preaching the little things a lot at practice right now, and the players have to understand that there really aren't little things when you figure out the consequences of not doing them. They add up, and we're focusing on those things, and make sure we have good reps, every rep in practice, and not missing an opportunity.
Okay, What is the best thing a coach can do to teach your kids, your players, when things don't go right?
Got to put them in those situations in practice, and what I mean by that is, you can simulate bad calls by officials and things of that nature, and create chaos in practice so that they have to respond to it. Is really the best way to go about it, because the only true teacher of that is experience. But the hard work and throwing a few things at them different practice will help with that too.
You don't know till it happens, but how do you feel this team will react if they give up an early score against Hancock?
I think it'll be better this week, for sure. I think they, like I said, they got the point. And they learned from the film how close they were, even after giving up some big plays at Johnson County. So I think they'll react well if that's the case on Friday night.
Okay, is the ultimate outcome of the next game a win, or is it just you seeing your team getting better?
Well, it's day to day trying to have growth. It's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And you get games every Friday night, but we've got to get better each and every day. And as long as we're doing that, the wins will come. As long as we're working hard and committing to doing the right things each and every day, the wins will follow.
Okay, I know each coach in each sport puts a lot of blame on themselves. Going along those lines, what do you think you need to do better to get the most out of your players?
Well, I've got to continue to learn which kids I can push in the right direction. I'm still 3 weeks in. I'm learning some of these kids as far as how to motivate them, how to get them to do the right things. My play calling's got to get better. I was a little inconsistent there Friday for sure. Just making sure that they're mentally prepared and confident on Friday is my biggest hurdle right now.
Okay, back talking about Hancock only. What did they do well, and what do you need to stop offensively?
They last game they ran a lot of wishbone. They're going to try to run it right at us. They'll have some sweeps and stuff involved as well, and they really crowd the line of scrimmage defensively, and they're going to present some challenges up front. We've got to win the line of scrimmage. I know I say it every week, but if we can win the line of scrimmage, then we'll be able to control things, I believe, with our backers and our skill players. So the trenches are very, very important this Friday night.
Okay, offensively, do you see something that your team may succeed at?
Yeah, we like I said, we had a lot of success against Johnson County, just running it right at them. We've got a pretty big offensive line, and we're deep there. So we'll try to make sure we can run right at them downhill, control the game on the ground, which we can set up some play action and stuff off of that.
Okay, how healthy will you be coming into this game?
We'll be fairly healthy. For the most part, we'll be missing one with an injury, but for the most part, we'll be pretty healthy.
All right, anything you want to add about Hancock County and about the matchup?
Excited for Friday night again, and I encourage all the former Blue Devils to come out. I'd like to meet some of you. I don't know all the former football players, but come out and shake my hand, introduce yourself, and come support these kids. They'll be wearing the Blue Devil jerseys this Friday, and they're excited to get those back on, and they're proud of the school and what they represent. So I just encourage people to come out and watch a football game and enjoy it, and hopefully come talk to me and meet some former players.
Okay, anything you need from the community other than support?
Well, that's you hit the nail on the head there. Just keep giving support. And it's like I said, it don't have to necessarily be at the football field. If you see these kids in the community, pat them on the back, and tell them, keep up the hard work. And but that's the biggest thing for the community is rally and support. And as long as they're doing that, then that'll uplift the players.
Okay, one last question. Any changes to the lineup, the quarterback situation, the running backs? Are you going to change the personnel?
No, not for the most part. We've got some different personnel sets in. We've put a heavy set in last week to try to get some power runs, and we'll continue to kind of tweak the formations a bit. But personnel wise, it's pretty much going to be the same. Defensively, we're trying to cross train some players, so that if we have injuries or we have issues during the game, that we've got some depth at different positions, that some kids can play multiple positions. We've been working on that this week, so we'll continue to do that. But otherwise, the personnel's pretty much going to hold the same.
All right, Coach, thank you for joining me again, and best of luck.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We will see you later. God bless.
Subscribe and comment below, guys.